Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Writers Game podcast. We are on another live show. We're going to be talking about something absolutely amazing tonight. Amazing tonight. So, all this week, we've been talking about book launching, leveraging your story to build a business behind the story. And on the screen right here, you see the new book that hasn't even officially launched yet. And you see the book right here. We're going to be teaching out of the book tonight. All right. We're going to be talking about how to generate $30,000 from pre-launch in 30 days. All right. How do you do it? How do you generate $30,000 in 30 days from pre-launching your specific book? See, I think that a lot of people, a lot of authors, specifically speakers, course creators, people with digital products or products alone don't leverage the pre-launch process. And what that really means, just by definition, is essentially the process, the time frame prior to the actual official launch. Okay. So similar to in the dating process, you're literally getting to know each other, you're going on dates, you're asking tough questions, you're getting to know them, their interest, so that you could be able to do nice things for them so that you can continue to build this relationship. When we think about building a business, when we think about launching our book, it's the same exact process. You're working on interest. You're asking questions. You're asking your audience, their frequently asked questions. You're understanding potential objections. You're understanding challenges that they experience or pain points. You're understanding what do they really desire? What are their goals? What are their visions? You're understanding them as a person so that you can potentially position your offer, or in the dating process, you can position yourself as the best person. All right. So what we're going to be talking about tonight is super near and dear to my heart because I'm doing these things on a daily basis. And again, through this call, I want you to, or through this conversation that we're having, I want you to ask questions. I want you to comment. I want high energy, and I want to be able to ensure that you get all of your questions, your comments, your reflections, your objections, all of those different things answered. All right. So I'm sharing a strategy with you. I'm so excited to share this strategy with you. But before we're able to process a pre-launch, before we're able to be successful in a pre-launch, it's going to take one thing. The number one thing is clarity. When we think about anything in life, whether you're launching a business, whether you're getting in a relationship, and anything that you want, you have to be clear. One of my mentors, I just got off the phone with him right before we went on live tonight, and he said, Kyle, before we really start intentionally working together, I want you to do one thing. I want you to write down 100 things that you want. 100 things. I was like, huh? He was like, because if you're not clear on what exactly you want and those become the guardrails to your life, everything that you bring in is going to be out of alignment. So now this provides you with a guardrail and a vision and a focus and an intention so that you could be able to get all of the things that you want. So I want you to potentially think about 100 things that you would want. How would you identify success as being an author or a course creator or the thing that you're launching? All right. So the first step is being able to get clear about who am I selling this book to? What are the specific goals? What are the specific income related goals that I have? What are the specific impact related goals? How am I trying to make a difference? And how are we going to approach making dollars from this specific book launch? All right. So number two, once we're clear, now we need content. Now we need a form of content, a lot of forms of content that are going to help us build an audience, build a foundation. And I'm going to talk about from chapter 12 in my book tonight, the 4 weeks of content that you're going to be able to build. All right. So number one, I wish I had like a whiteboard and I could write this for you guys. Number one, under content is connection content. How are you connecting specifically with your reader? Okay. How are you connecting specific with your target audience? Where are they at in their journey? Where are they at? What are some of the things that they're experiencing? What are some of the things that they're dealing with? How are we connecting with our specific audience? Okay. If you understand their pain points, how does your story align with some of their pain points and how you navigated or overcame or hurdled over some of the same challenges that they experience right now? Number two is challenge content. What are some of their challenges or their pain points that they're experiencing, and how can your content, how can your book specifically help them overcome those challenges? All right. Number three is question content. What are the frequently asked questions that they're asking? What are the top 10 frequently asked questions that they're specifically asking that you can get your book as a resource so that they can be able to navigate those questions? So I'm gonna put it into perspective like this. One of the questions that I get all the time is, Kyle, how do I build a writing plan for my book? So I talk about in chapter 6, what? Creating a writing plan, right? So another question that I always get is, Kyle, what are the best ways to speed up writing the book? It's taking so much time, Kyle. What do I talk about? Accelerating your writing using the writer's game method. So literally, I understood the most frequently asked questions, and we were able to build a book, a guide, a manual in a form of content that is able to speak to all of these different questions and challenges and different things that our reader wants. All right. So, all right, achievement content. What are some of the things that your audience wants to achieve? What do they want to achieve? What do they desire in life? What are the visions? And how can your book help them specifically achieve that type of content? Okay. Or that type of level of success. All right. So the next one, pain point content. What are some of the pain points? What are some of the things that they're really struggling with that you can help them get out of that space, similar to challenge content? But you can help them get out of that space and move forward. Like your book or your resource or your course is the medicine for them to be able to get out of what they're currently experiencing. All right. And then the last one is convince content. In every piece of content that you're leveraging, you need some type of call to action. What is the call to action? How are you convincing people to take action on your specific site, on your specific funnel, in your specific email campaign? How are you convincing people to take action? Deliberate and intentional action. All right. So number 1 is connection content. Number 2 is challenge content. Number 3 is question content. What are the questions that you're asking? Number 4 is achievement content. How are you going to show your reader that you can allow in your book, after your book, it can get them to where they desire and where they're trying to achieve to go. All right. Now, the next one is pain point content. And then the next one is convincing content. So when you're thinking about your content strategy, whether it's on LinkedIn, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Pinterest, whether it's on YouTube, whatever platform your audience is on, because the first step here was clarity. Now you're able to build on that and be able to deliver in a way that speaks directly to your audience. All right. So when we think about when we have all of this content, when we built out all of this content, and this is before we start talking numbers. This is before we start launching. Again, we're still in the dating phase. That's what the pre-launch phase is. Before we start building, week 1 content focus is what? Setting the foundation. Setting the foundation. So what we wrote in the book, show up online in your content that you'll be posting 2 times per day. You'll focus on sharing your why, sharing the one thing that your audience doesn't need that they might think they do, and then sharing something that they struggle with and what you would do to overcome it. All right. So you're really setting the foundation. You're having the conversations about your why and the vision and the pain points that you've experienced. You're really just connecting with them. You're creating an emotion and a connection with your content. In week two, what does your content look like? And remember, your pre-launch is a 4-week process. Okay. It's a 4-week process. Week 2 is now you're focusing on building your audience. Now you're focusing on building your audience. In week 2, your focus will be more targeted and on building your audience. Begin to share behind the scenes of your workday routine and talk about the importance of staying disciplined, focused, committed. Go live and share a broadcast with a past client or customer and talk through their journey and the transformation that they've had with you. Now you're giving them a little bit more sauce because now people are saying, this is that person, really like their story, but hey, their story's working with other people, okay? And now in week 3, now you're going to showcase your credibility. Let me get some water, y'all. Now in week 3, you're going to start teaching your audience how to overcome their objections and their challenges. You're going to share what is holding your audience back from their desired results that they want to achieve. And you're going to show them how the success that they're trying to achieve, you have the blueprint. It's coming right from the book. It's coming right from the book, y'all. Literally, it's coming right from the book that I've written for you guys on this specific thing. All right, on this specific thing. And if you have any questions, comment them. If you have any objections, comment them. If you have any feedback, comment them, because I want to be able to engage with you all throughout this conversation. All right. So in week 4, we're focusing on closing in on the product. Closing in on the product. And in week 4, we revisit your original why and the reason why you got started on this journey. You're going to use this week to close in on promoting the specific product that you believe will transform their lives. Okay. So you're going to engage, showcase the transformation from where you were to where you are now in life and the struggles that you had to experience and all these different things. So you're going to be connecting, you're going to be showcasing that credibility. You're going to be able to move in on the product and you're going to show like, hey, this product would have saved me. This product would have helped me navigate a lot of the challenges. This product would have helped me overcome these hurdles. And if I had this product before I went through all of that, then I wouldn't have had to go through all of that. So now you're going to position your book in that conversation. Okay. So first step in everything is clarity. All right. The second step that we covered tonight was content. So now that we've built out that, now the third step is you have to have a system. Before we start building anything, all of these different things and talking numbers and do this and these specific tactics and strategies, I want you guys to be ready. You have to be clear. That is the top priority. Once you're clear, you have to have some type of form of content, whether you're email marketing, whether you're creating video content, articles, blogs, whether you're creating carousels, whether you're creating reels, TikTok videos, YouTube shorts, long form YouTube content, streams, whatever that looks like for you, you have to be clear in what you're doing. Then you have to have this content that can speak directly to your audience while also showcasing your credibility and being able to build upon result after result after result, transformation after transformation after transformation. Once we have that, now number 3 is you have to be able to be optimized before the level up happens. A lot of authors make the mistake because they have these websites, and websites are so 2012, in my opinion. They're so outdated. It's not necessarily something that is going to help you build a strong system that will support your overall goals that you're trying to achieve as an author. All right. So your systems look like this. Number 1 is I would advise you and I would recommend that every single author has a domain, a custom domain. And I'm going to write this down for you guys. I'm going to put this in the comment section. So number 1 is a custom domain name. You can go to GoDaddy.com and get a custom domain name. This could be your book title, book.com. All right. So I own the writersgamebook.com. I also own writersgamebook.com. And then we can either forward those to a specific page or we could build a funnel and then leverage that domain. Now in marketing efforts, you don't have to say, go to kylesking.com, click on the tab, scroll down the page, click on book. No, the direct page should be specifically promoting your book. Okay, so custom domain. On this book funnel, you're going to need some type of, that's number 2, it's book funnel, right? So on your book funnel, you're going to need a capture card. What that is how are you collecting their email, their phone number, and their name? All right. So regardless if they buy or not, now you can consistently market and follow up with this individual consistently because you have their contact information. You can cold call, you can SMS message, you can do a lot of different things. So you're going to need a capture card. Then you're going to have to ask the question of what is the book about? So I would recommend that everybody has a VSL. So it's a video sales letter on your specific funnel. Okay. What this is hello, my name is Kyle King. And if you are someone that is looking to take your story to the next level, to get on stages, to speak publicly, to get consulting opportunities, and to grow your business, you need this book, The Writer's Game, The Business Behind Your Story, because we're talking about how do you take your experience, your story, all of these different things, put it in a cohesive book, and then be able to launch it to the world and be able to make hundreds, if not millions of dollars, or hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars a year on complete autopilot. All right. So these are different things that you would want to say in this VSL and then pitch them on the book. Hold it up in front of the video, talk to them about it, and then send that off to a videographer. If you want to get it up quicker, pull your phone out, do it landscape, talk through the phone, and then upload it, okay? But I would definitely have focus on high quality. All right, next. So what is the book about? That needs to be on your book funnel. Who was the author? That needs to be on your book funnel. What is the result? What is the transformation of the book? That needs to be on your book funnel. And why is this book relevant? Why should I buy this book? And then who is this book for? That needs to be on your book funnel. These things are critical and essential for you to be able to speak clearly in your copy. And what I mean is the words on your page so that you can be able to speak directly to your audience. If you need help with writing copy, I would go to copy.ai or copy.ai and then type in the information about your book, start a new product, type in the information about your book, and then look to your left-hand side and you'll be able to have different copy ideas so that you can be able to put those on landing pages, email campaigns, all of these different things as well. All right. That's just a resource that I would definitely recommend that you guys use so it can save you time if this is all new for you, unless you have a team that is doing this. As well, on that book funnel, you're going to need a few more things. You're going to need 3D mock-ups of your book, 3D book mock-ups. You're going to need professional photos, and I have my notes over here. All right. So you're going to need a professional photo of yourself. And I would recommend people actually holding your book. That would be something that is absolutely phenomenal and advantageous and marketable as well for you to be able to sell more books, showing people that have the book, like, right? So like many pictures like that, or have them shoot video testimonials of this. And what we wrote down here over here is 10 testimonial videos. 10 testimonials could be, they're talking about the book. They could not be videos. They could be screenshots. They could be pictures that people posted. They can be actually, you screenshot the reviews off of Amazon. If it's still in the pre-launch period, you could do that as well. All right. So I would definitely recommend all of those things on your book funnel. The next system that we're going to need, is email marketing system. So this could be ActiveCampaign. This could be ClickFunnels. There's a lot of, ActiveCampaign or MailChimp. There's a lot of different email softwares, email systems that can be able to give you the different things that you need. The reason why you want an automated system is because now, let's say somebody purchased your book. Where's the confirmation email? Not just the confirmation email. I'm tired. Not just the confirmation email, but also the series of emails that are coming. Hey, your book's on the way. Hey, while you're waiting on your book, do this. Hey, have you heard about the masterclass? Hey, have you, what interested in you in buying this book? Hey, in 60 days, can you leave a review on the book? Hey, we have a call coming up. Now you can consistently market to these individuals. So you want to be able to have some type of automated email sequence. It's called a purchase sequence, an automated email post-purchase sequence. Okay. Another thing with your email marketing system is now you need a launch sequence, what we call a soap opera sequence here at the Writer's Game. You want a series of emails that go out before the actual book goes public as well. Okay. So these are all things that you can house in your email marketing system. If somebody buys this product, they get this confirmation system or sequence. If they buy this product, if they don't and they click off the page, now we have an abandoned cart sequence that tries to get them back and automatically gives them some type of deal or a discount so that we can be able to drive sales. Okay. So all of these different things are important. So number one, we're going to recap really quickly. Number one is clarity. You need clarity. Number two is content. You're going to need content that is strong, that speaks directly to your audience. Okay. Number three is systems. When you think about your domain, you need a custom domain that is your product, your book, in this case, .com. Okay. Number two is you're going to need a book funnel. On this book funnel, you're going to need a VSL, which is a video sales letter. You're going to need to talk about who is this book for? What is the book about? What is the result? Who is the author? Why is the book relevant? And then on this book funnel, you're going to need 3D mock-ups of your book, a professional photo, and 10 testimonials. Okay. If you can't get 10 testimonials, then have 10 people that take a picture with the book, and it's going to be able to help with marketing of the book as well. Another thing that you could do is work with a local photographer, have them do a photo shoot where you have models, and then you get the books to these people. And then after the photo shoot, give those books to those individuals as well. Okay. So you want to be able to position yourself in that way. The next thing is what we talked about is an email marketing system. You need some type of automated campaigns, sequences, triggers, tags, in a way to automate the business of your specific book selling process. Okay. So the next thing is a payment processor. It's so funny because a lot of authors, give me 1 second. A lot of authors are so quick to launch books, but they don't have a way for people to buy them. It's like, oh my God, right when you get the book, you're like posting it on social media. Oh my God, I'm an author, boom, 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 boom. And then the comments start coming in, and then the support starts coming in. And then they're like, hey, the major question, where can I buy your book? And then it's like crickets because you haven't taken time setting up the system. I need a payment processor, y'all. So when you think about companies like Stripe, PayPal, you could use Square Up. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to type as fast as I can, y'all, you could use Square. There's a lot of different companies that you can work with that can serve as your payment processor when your book is readily available. The reality of it is, before your book funnel, before your email software, before you buy your custom domain, I want you to go get a payment processor first so that you can at least sell your book to your friends and family. And we're going to talk about how to leverage your friends and family as a part of your pre-launch strategy. Again, if you're just coming on to the call, if you're just coming on to the live stream, the reality of it is that you have to set up and optimize yourself as an author, as an expert, as the authority prior to you just jumping out and starting to pre-launch. Okay. Like before you go on a date, you got to shower, you got to brush your teeth, you got to find an outfit, got to put gas in the car, got to choose a restaurant, all those different things. And it's the same thing with your book. Okay. You got to get your systems in place. You have to have clarity. You have to have clear content. You have to be able to have your systems in regards to your domains, your book funnels, your email marketing, your payment processor. All right. So the next system, you know it, like, come on, is a shipping platform. Like, oh my God, you have to have some type of shipping platform so that you could be able to ship your book out. Like, if you don't have a way to ship the book, what are we doing in regards to printing labels and those different things as well? So I will talk about systems and softwares that I use and that I would recommend. And we talk about them in our business and our courses and all these different things, but I will definitely share those with you. Again, if you guys have any questions, if you have any comments in what I've communicated thus far, if you have any comments in your pre-launch strategy or selling more books, if you have any questions on getting into doors or bookstores, all those different things, I want you to comment them below, and then we'll be able to review them as a part of the live stream. Okay. So the next thing and the last thing is a survey generator. So tools like Google Form, Typeform, SurveyMonkey, you want to be able to survey your audience and be able to ask critical questions that can help with marketing, that can help with product development, that can help with a lot of different things in regards to the quality of your overall business. Let me tell you something. You are not just an author. You did not just write a book and get a book published and that is it. You are a business. You are an entrepreneur. You're a business owner. You're an authority. You're an expert. Okay. So I need you to move like one and have these different things in place so that you can be able to position your book in the marketplace effectively. All right. If you guys are ready, if you guys are ready for me to continue and really get into the weeds of how do you do this? Like, how do I have all of these different things. I have the book, I have the course, I have the systems, I'm clear, I have the content. I want you to put a 1 in the comment, put a 1, just a number 1 in the comment if you're ready for me to move forward. And then we're going to get into it. I have 3 more points to make as a part of this strategy to be able to help you generate $30,000 in a pre-launch, $30,000. And just to redefine what this pre-launch period is, 4 to 6 weeks before your book is readily available. This is that period of time where you're dating your audience, you're dating your reader, you're getting to know them, you're asking them questions, you're challenging them, you're understanding their objections, you're understanding their desires, you're understanding what they want in life, you're understanding their challenges and all these things so that you could be able to position yourself as what they need so that you could be able to take them through this this relationship of working with you and purchasing your books and your courses and all these different things moving forward. All right. So if you are ready for me to continue to move forward, put a 1, put a 1, put a 1, and I'm going to lock in and we're going to go forward. So I've been drinking water. This is apple juice. So we're going to switch it up. Just give me a second. All right. Let's do it. 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 So I want to break this up into 3 ways. So I have my notes over here. And these same strategies are what we give our authors as a part of their pre-launch strategy, because it's super important. So yes, we can talk about the specific emails that you need to send and what these emails say. And just to put this into perspective, all of this is in my new book. All of this is in my new book, The Writer's Game, The Business Behind Your Story. And just to put this into perspective for you, I'm going to go to the specific chapter and I'm going to show you what it would look like. Where is it? Here we go. The pre-launch phase. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So with this phase, boom, 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 we have different prompts inside the book. We have different prompts inside the book that you're going to be able to go through so that it can talk to you about what you need to be talking to other people about. Like email 1 needs to communicate this, email 2. All right. So just to put this in example. So can you see this, guys? So like day 2 email. Oh my God. Day 2 email content, like write an email that says this. Day 3. And then over here, like what is it? Like a morning email, afternoon email, all of these different things. So it breaks down specifically what you need to be able to do inside the book. All right. So we give you all of the sauce. But all right, if we're ready, I see some ones. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. So I'm going to break this up into 3 ways. Number 1 is collaborations. Number 2 is digital products. And number three is partnerships. Okay. Number 1 is collaborations. Put collaborations in the comment. Number 2 is digital products. Put DP in the comments. And then number 3 is partnerships. Put a PPP, but not the PPP loan. All right. Put a PPP in the comment section. All right. So these are the 3 ways that I teach people and our authors to be able to leverage the pre-launch process. Now, when you think about what we talk about in our book, we talk about a lot of different things and a lot of different strategies for you to employ and for you to just leverage, because we wanted to be able to give our authors literally all of the sauce. And I mean, all of the sauce. So, but here tonight is just one of the many different strategies that you could be able to leverage in pre-selling your book. So number 1 is our collaborations. I've broken this down into 5 different categories. Number 1 is friends and family. Number 2 is your sphere of influence. Number 3 is your influencers and joint collaborations. Number 4 is podcast and media features. And then number 5 is signed books. Okay. Signed books. So before I continue, I'm going to bring up a question. So the question is from Relentless Royal: if schools buy your books in bulk, should you give them a discount or sell them for full price? That is an absolutely amazing question. I get this question all the time. You should give them a discounted price. But what I would do is, let's say you have 100 books, a 250, a 500, and then 1,000 plus price point. So if it's 1,000 plus, it should be roughly about 55% off. If it's 500 plus, it should be roughly like 45% off. If it is 250, it should probably be around 30% off. And if it's a 100, depending on your business model, then it could be potentially like 10 to 15% off. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. If it's 1,000 plus books or more, you want to be able to work with either an international company, and I can offer some resources for you, or a local print company and say, hey, we're going to be printing this type of quantity on a monthly or a quarterly basis. Do you believe that you can match this specific price? Because these are the margins that I want to be able to meet. And if you can pick the books up, or if you could work with a company specific in the place that school is in, then that would be ideal. So just an example, if the school's in Idaho and you live in California, instead of you trying to work with a company in California that ships to Idaho, reach out to a specific book print company in that local area and then give them the business so that the shipping costs would be exponentially lower or non-existent. Okay. But anytime that we do bulk orders to schools, institutions, businesses, companies, conferences, we have that company ship it directly to the school instead of like coming to us and then directly to the school. So hopefully that answers your question. I think that was a great question. Great job, Relentless Royal, and good luck on selling your books as well. All right, let me take a break real quick. So when we think about cross collaborations, do you have a chart for this breakdown? Yes, in this book. In this book, we have the charts for that breakdown. In my course, we have a chart for the breakdown. And then as a part of one of our guided author programs, we have a chart for all of the breakdowns as well. And I asked this question. I answered that question that we have right here. Okay, so here we go. So when we think about cross collaborations, the goal of cross collaborations is to sell 357 books in the first 4 to 6 weeks. I need y'all to take out some pen and paper, and I want y'all to start taking notes. Okay, so the goal of this first phase is to sell 357 books. That's it. 92% of authors only sell 276 copies of their books in the lifetime of the book. So this is exponentially beating 92% of authors. All right. How we're going to break this up? How we're going to break this up is 357 copies. We're going to make 75. Y'all ready? 75 of these books need to go to friends and family. Friends and family. What that looks like, I'm going to give you an exact example in real time, literally in real time. Okay. What you're going to communicate to your friends and family, you're going to either shoot them a text, a message, or a video message, whatever. You're going to just say it's here. And then you're going to put the book title. So I'm going to give you an example. It is here. The Writer's Game, the business behind your story, has arrived. We have officially pre-launched, and we're allowing the first 100 to be sold as a part of the pre-launch strategy. Here is the link to the book. The first 100 to order will receive a free signed copy of the Writer's Game book, The Business Behind Your Story, a personalized note, and a gift in your specific package. All books will be shipped out on February 1st, 2023. Cheers, and here's to your self-discovery and your goals. All right. And then with love, you can put Kyle or whatever it is that your name is. All right. So that's what I want you to send to 100 people. I know it takes work, but this is the pre-launch, and I want you to send it to as many friends and family as you can. You can send it to your Facebook Messenger. You can send it to their text messages. You can call people. When we first launched the program, we had people calling people. Look, and when you're on that phone, it's like, hey, grandma, hey, this is Kyle. I have a new book that just came out, and I just wanted to see if you can just purchase a copy. We're trying to get to 100, and I just wanted to see if you could purchase maybe a few copies to just help support me. Boom. Get rid of your pride. You're trying to hit numbers here. You're trying to hit numbers. But for this, 75 people need to be a part of your friends and family. As a part of this goal of hitting 357 books, you need 75 of those books need to go to friends and family. All right. And I just gave you the prompt that you need to be able to use. All right. So then number 2 is your sphere of influence. Your sphere of influence. 100 of the next 100 need to go to these people. So your sphere of influence are people that you have either personal or professional relationships with that have a position that can allow them to order more than just one book, or has a leadership or director level position, a decision-making position at work that will allow them to bring you in to either speak, teach, workshop, deliver information, or a company that can buy your books in bulk. So let's say a principal, a podcast host. Your sphere of influence is people that can get you more eyes, visibility, or more income. So usually your sphere of influence accounts for another 100 books. Okay. Even if you had 10 people on that list that could get 10 copies for their teams. Let's say you have somebody that is a GM over a dealership or works at a restaurant. When you think of your book and the contents in your book, who in your audience or who in your life, who in your phone right? When you think about, I'm just going to go, I just want to do this really quickly for you guys. I have 443 contacts on my phone. That's it. I used to have like 2,000. I really started chopping it down. 443 contacts. If I sent it to 443 contacts and I just got them to buy one book, I've already beat the number of 357. Okay. So 357 is the goal. Okay. So friends and family needs to account for 75 books. Your sphere of influence needs to equal 100 books. Then the next one are influencers, infinity pages, or joint collaborations. Influencers, infinity pages, or joint collaborations. This needs to cover another 100 books. This needs to account for another 100 books. So just these three alone, your friends and family being 75, your sphere of influence being 100, and your influencers, infinity pages, and joint collaborations being 100, that's 275 of the 357 books sold. All right. So when we think of influencers, who in your network or who do you follow? Who follows you that has influence? I didn't say followers, influence over a people, a company, or a community. Yes, they can have social media followers, but who do you know that can get, like, when they announce your book, okay? When they speak on behalf of your book, people will buy it. So the goal here is to identify potentially 5 people that can get you 20 books sold. Now you can build out a revenue share on the back end. Like, hey, every book that you sell, I'm going to give you an affiliate link, and every book that you sell on your platform or every book that your platform buys, then we're going to give you 20% of the sales. That's completely fine at the end of the day, because now you're building the visibility. And then with the potential upsells and different things that you have inside your book, people see you as an authority. Okay. So 100 of those. Infinity pages are pages like, I'm trying to think of some. So like Black Wall Street, Black Renaissance. I'm trying not to think of just Black pages, I promise. Shade Room, just different pages that promotes other people's stuff. Okay. So they may have 1 million followers. They may have 10 million followers or 565,000 followers. A lot of these pages on social media platforms offer for $75 to $100 you to promote your specific product, service, or a specific post for 24 hours for that time. Just imagine for 24 hours, if you can get your book or your product in front of 1 million people, and all you're looking to sell is 100. Now work on the copy. You need to speak directly to that person. Now, here's a quick hack that I don't teach often, but I want to be able to give it to you guys now. What you're going to do is you're going to leverage the money that you've gotten from the friends and family in your sphere of influence. Okay. So at that point, let's say you're selling your book at $20 a pop and you sell your first 175 copies. So that's $3,500. Okay. So that's $3,500 in revenue that you should have been able to bring in by now. Okay. So with that, let's say you focus on getting 5 affinity pages, and let's say all 5 of those pages cost $100 individually. So that's $500. That's $500. I want you to take your best piece of content, your highest performing piece of content in regards to your book. Don't like post something when you were just like riding on a pony in a bathing suit. Like, not that. Something specific to the content of your book. I want you to post that piece of content on all of the infinity pages at the same time on the same day. That way, your book is just streaming everywhere. Okay, it's just flowing. It's being shared everywhere. People are resharing. It's like, gosh, I just can't get away from this person. So now it's going to force them to either take action, comment, subscribe, share, like, save, or come to your page and actually purchase the book. That will allow you to blow that 100 goal number out of the water, and then you'll be able to get to your specific goal that we're going to achieve with the 30,000. All right. So the next thing is podcasts and media features. When you think about podcasts, better than Super Bowl ads, great strategy. I love it. I appreciate you. When you think about podcasts and media features, podcast is the new radio. It is. Podcast, the new radio. So when you think about your sphere of influence, and when you think about all of the people in your network, what podcast hosts do you know? What podcast hosts do you follow? What podcast host follows you? I want you to reach out to 10 podcast hosts. The goal of this section is only to sell 75 books. That's it. The goal of this section is to sell 75 books. Now, I'm going to give you a quick hack, another quick hack. Give me 1 second. I'm like losing my voice tonight. I'm going to give you another quick hack. Instead of just having to book out your calendar and going on all 10 or 15 of these podcasts and interviewing, what you can do is position yourself and your book on the ads of podcasts. I'm not saying Facebook ads, because with the algorithms nowadays, it ain't working like it need to work. But just position yourself. Let's say there's a specific podcast that get great numbers, great traction, have great listeners from all over the world. What you can do as a part of their commercials that they run on this podcast, hey, my name is Kyle King. Are you interested in writing a book? You know, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably interested in writing a book. I want you to check out thewritersgamebook.com. Go to thewritersgamebook.com. Boom, 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 boom. So feature your book on podcast hosts as advertisement so that you can continue to be running in your sleep. So now that doesn't require you having to show up to 10 to 15 podcasts. Now, as long as these podcasts are up on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, potentially YouTube, your ad is working over time and overnight, and people, wherever they're listening and whenever they're listening, you're still going to be featured. Okay. So the strategy isn't just go on and get on 25 podcasts. Yes, those things help. Yes, having media features help. But at the end of the day, you're going to burn yourself out if you're just all over the place. You want to be able to have the targeted information as possible. All right. So next one is signed copies. So you want to get 7 signed copies of your book out and for $30. Okay. So when you think of 350 times 20, that's $7,000. If you get 7 signed copies of your book out for $30, it creates an additional $210. So that first cross collaborations will produce $7,210. I believe that is so passive. Okay. Those numbers are not aggressive at all. And if you know me, you know that I throw out numbers sometimes that is like, I don't know about that, Kyle. But these numbers are very doable and very realistic. So when you think about it, you need 75 people in your friends and family network to be able to buy copies. In your sphere of influence, you need 10 people to be able to help you get 10 books sold, and that will equal 100 books sold. Then you need influencers, infinity pages, or joint collaborations to another 100 copies sold. Then leverage podcasts and media features, and then that's another 75. And then all you have to do is sign 7 copies of your book and then give those away for $30, and then that will generate your first $7,210. Is this doable? Put in 7K in the comment section if you feel like you can do that. Put in $7,000 or 7K in the comment section if you feel like you can do that. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So number two is digital products. Digital products. But before we move on to digital products, I want you to focus on this, right? I want you to focus on this. There's a few notes that I had over here under cross collaborations. I want you to build out a Power 100 list. What is the Power 100? 100 people you know that would buy at least 3 to 5 copies of your book. They either have the money, they have access to the money, they have good credit, they have a company or a nonprofit organization, or have a conference or a platform or a community of individuals that they could potentially buy like 3 to 5 copies. All right. Number 2 is send text to your immediate people. Send text messages, or don't be afraid to call those people. Okay. Don't be afraid to call those people. Number 3 is send video messages to influencers. So when you're reaching out to these influencers or on these infinity pages, send video messages. Hey, my name is Kyle King. I'm the author of The Writer's Game, The Business Behind Your Story. I absolutely love your page, love everything that you're doing. I would love the opportunity of getting my book in front of your audience, because I believe that it can help them do X, Y, Z based upon the content that you're sharing. Would there be an opportunity, or what would be your cost of sharing and promoting my stuff? I can get you some free copies out for you, just to, so that you can see the quality of it. What does that look like for you? And that would be it. All right. So when you think about that, it's personable when you actually send a video rather than just the text message, and then it looks generic because you're sending that same text message to everybody. So then the next quick hack is I want to read off a quick email for you guys. Is that okay? Can I read off in a specific email that we help our authors write? And what this email will do for you is it will specifically be shared with podcast hosts. This could be shared with I'm trying to pull it up for you guys. This could be shared with media outlets as well. So I'm going to pull it up for you guys, and you could use this email as a part of your marketing strategy. Give me one second. All right. So you guys ready? You guys ready? So, hi, first name. I hope this email finds you well. It's been too long since we last touched base. How is your family doing during these challenging times? I wanted to reach out and share that I have a new book coming out, and I would love the opportunity to collaborate with you as my team and I prepare for its launch. I'd love the opportunity to meet with you for 15 to 20 minutes to tell you more about the book and to see if you can make yourself available to support upon its official release on blank. In my newest book that I'll be releasing on April 25th, 2022, this was actually for an author, I'm taking women through an intentional process to unpack their gifts, discover their talents while empowering them to take action to start, sustain, and scale a childcare business. Do you have 15 minutes this week or to chat about the book and my vision for the impact I want to have in our community? Looking forward to hearing back from you, and then your signature. This email right here will be sent to your sphere of influence, okay? So the people, those Power 100 lists, you could take that same email, chop it up, put it in your own words, and send that out. Let me tell you something. A copy of that is in my book. A copy of that is in my book. So I'm going to give you another one. Are y'all cool? Can I give you another one? Put a 1 in the comment if I can just share one more email with you. All right. So I don't see any ones, but I'm going to just do it because I think there's a little lag and y'all are coming in a little late, but it's all good. So so this is for television. This could be for television, radio, or podcast. All right. So hi, first name. I've been an avid watcher of, and then you insert either their show or the television network for almost a decade now. And I really appreciate how you discuss topics that are necessary in empowering our local community. My name is blank, and I wanted to send this email as a follow-up to my previous email regarding being a guest on your show. For the last 10 years, I've helped thousands of children and professionals around the country and leveraging their gifts to start childcare and scale childcare businesses to multiple 6 figures. So that's where you insert your mission, your power line. Okay. So then next, in my newest book that I'll be releasing on, and then you put the book, the date, I'm taking women through an intentional process to unpack their gifts, discover their talents while empowering them to take action to start and sustain childcare businesses. I'd love the opportunity to come on and talk about my $1 million childcare business formula. That's where you have like the saucy, like that we call it unicorn statement. All right. Something that separates you from everybody else. If you would like to set up an interview, I again would be honored to appear as a guest on your show. Do you have 15 minutes this week to chat about the process of being a guest? Looking forward to hearing back from you. Boom. And then you just insert your signature. These emails work. These emails work. So I wanted to read those to you live so that you know that this is real. You know that this isn't fluff, and that so you can have the language so that you can go take action literally either tonight or tomorrow morning immediately so that you can start getting your pre-launch strategy. All right. All right. So the next thing is ensure your systems are ready to roll. Ensure your systems are ready to roll. It's super important. And then the last thing is go in communities with already existing clients. I need a water break. I want you to go in communities that have already existing clients. So if you know David Shands, I don't know if you know David Shands, but just check him out, Social Proof. He has a morning meetup community. He has 700 people in the community. He has 400 people that show up on a daily basis, entrepreneurs. They pay like $80 a month to be a part of the community. My boy, George Achampong, he has like 500 people in his community, and they pay, I think, like $57 a month to be a part of that community. And they're on calls weekly and monthly and all these different things. Just imagine you going on a community like that. These people are hungry for information. These people are hungry for transformation. These people are hungry for knowledge. So you go on there and you present your book and you teach, and then at the end you talk about your book. They want it. They want it. So now leverage expert communities or communities that people are already paying to be a part of it. All right. So those are some quick hacks as a part of the cross collaboration section. So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps somebody on here. So then the next step. So once you leverage that and you've already now generated your $7,210, the next step would be to take only, what is it? 70 people? I think it's 70, y'all. I think it's 70. So what is 20%? So 357 times 20%, that is 71.4. So we're just going to make it 71. So you're going to take 71 people. You're going to multiply that by 197. And that's going to give you $13,987. So 20% of the people that buy your book, remember when I said you have a funnel, you have a system? So on the first page of the funnel, you're going to capture their information. You're going to get their contact information. They're going to purchase the book. All right. The next page is what we call the upsell page. It's going to be the video. You're going to have a video sales letter where it's going to say, thank you so much for purchasing the Writer's Game book, The Business Behind Your Story. Look, if you are wanting more information, I have just the product for you. Usually we're selling this for $597. But today, if you take action, like I know you probably are, we're going to give you $400 off. And it's our Writer's Game Masterclass, where it's going to go in depth on these specific topics, video modules, templates, resources, letters, all of the different things that you need to accelerate your process, maximize your launch, and be able to monetize your message even quicker. If you want access to this, click the link below. Just all you have to do is click. It's going to add to your purchase order, and then you'll be able to get a confirmation email sequence. That's all you need, y'all. That's all you need. So in this, you need a confirmation page. You need a video sales letter. You need sales copy that talks about the results and the overall why someone would want to purchase the upsell. And then you're going to need a checkout page. And then obviously you're going to need those emails that are that confirmation email sequence like I talked about earlier. That's where it's important to have that email marketing system that connects to this as well. So let me tell you something. So I need to write this down because I just feel like I'm about to give you all the money tonight. So now we have $7,000. We have $210. So now you're gonna get 20%. That's it. 20% of people. That is not a lot. And for you to be able to get 20%, it's literally sales copy, the quality of your sales copy, and then the quality of your specific video sales letter. You got to be confident. You got to be courageous. You got to stand brave and know what the heck you're talking about. All right. So now the next one with 20%. So that's 71 people to pay $197. That's not bad. If you've spent $20, what's another 200? All right. So now we're at $13,987. So now I'm going to add that 7 to 10. Boom. So now we're at $21,197. That's it. So a lot of us, I got a question. When are you releasing your book? When am I releasing my book? It's coming, y'all. This is all a part of the pre-launch strategy. So I am coming on here. I'm teaching exact principles from my book. I'm going a little bit more in depth because this is about showcasing value. This is about showcasing credibility, showcasing I know what I'm talking about, giving you guys information, building the momentum in this dating process that we're going through. And then the book is going to launch officially February 1st. That's when you guys are going to get access to the book on February 1st. February 1st, there's no funnels built yet, any of this. I just want to share information so that I can be able to help you in your transformation. Okay. I want to share information so that I can help you in your transformation. So when you think about this, we're already at $21,197. We're already there. The reality of it is that there's so many authors. Why authors only sell 250 or 276 copies in the lifetime of their book is because they don't have a system. They're not clear in their content. They're not clear in their market. They're not upselling people. They're not building things out. You literally, this book is 15 chapters. It's 15 chapters. It's like 190 pages. It's like prompts and all kinds of different things in here. But the reality of it is you literally could shoot, let's say you had a 15 chapter book. Let's say you did 2 videos per chapter. That's 30 videos total. Let's say each video was 5 minutes. That's 150 minutes, roughly, right? That 150 minutes, literally, if you just upsold it, just made you almost $14,000. That's it. 150 minutes. That's it. 2 hours worth of content. 2.5 hours worth of content just made you $14,000. Some of us don't even make $14,000 of months of work. And you're literally doing this, creating intentional content, selling it one time or creating it one time and selling it over and over and over again. And you're generating that type of money. All right. All right. So the next thing, put a C, put a P in the comment. Put a P in the comment if y'all are ready for the third thing, and it's called partnerships. If you're ready for the third phase of the pre-launch strategy, it's called partnerships. Put a P in the comments if y'all are ready. I'm losing my voice tonight, y'all. Woo! Giving y'all all the sauce. Giving you all the sauce. I'm excited. All right, I see some P's coming in. Let's get it. I'm loving the energy. All right, so here we go. So when we think about partnerships, I call it my triple one model. Okay, it's my triple one model. Put a triple one. Just put triple one in the comment section. Put triple one in the comment section. Let's go. So it's one company, one nonprofit or church. That's counted as one, or one educational institution. One company, one nonprofit or church, and one educational institution. What you're going to do, I'm gonna put y'all on game right now. What y'all are gonna do, you're gonna put 50 books. You're gonna sell 50 books for $10 each. So that's $100. Oh my God. 50 times 10 is 500. What am I talking about? That's $500. 500. Then you're gonna launch a 6-week program for $3,000. So you're gonna add that. That's $3,500. Then you're gonna do one speech for $1,500. So that's $5,000. That's $5,000 of value. You're going to sell that to one company, one nonprofit, and one educational institution for $3,000 each. Of course, you're gonna sell it. Let me put you on game. That's gonna generate an additional $9,000. That's gonna then take your number, your $21,000 over $30,000. It's gonna be $30,197. Literally, this works hand over fist. So today, I tried this model. Literally, I tried this model today, and I closed a church here in the city on an 8-week program. An 8-week program with 50 books. With 50 books. And I'm going to be running an 8-week program on my book because this is the educational material. So your book turns into a curriculum. Your book turns into the educational resource. Your book turns into the learning resource that you need to be able to then what? Prove that I know what I'm doing. And now I can just go in there and teach on the chapters of my book. So now let's say, 50 people equals times that by 10. So they're paying for the books per person. So 50 people. Then you're taking them through a 6-week program, which is essentially kind of cutting down your content in your book. Let's say it's 8 weeks, 6 week, whatever it needs to be, specific to the amount of content that it would take for you to transform these people, right? So then with the 6 week of content, they're paying essentially for your time and your curriculum. Then the last step is one speech. So now at the end, either at the beginning or the end, you're going to give some type of motivational address, or you're going to give some type of delivery of information, which is the power piece. All right. So now you're going to sell this. You're going to position it in a way where, look, this is a $5,000 model, but because we're in the pre-launch phase, we're trying to get our name out there. We're going to position it here because we believe in your mission. We believe in your brand for only $3,000, and it's going to help 50 people. And then what you're going to do. So check this out. Oh my God. I love talking about this so much. You just did this 3 times. 3 times 50 is 150. That's 150 books. That's 150 people. That's 150 testimonials. That's 150 pictures. That's 150 pieces of content. You just did this 6 times, right? Not or 3 times, excuse me. You did it 3 times. That's 3 potential or 150 videos that could be shot talking about people's experiences. That's 3 different video reels or highlight reels. And hey, I work with companies. I work with nonprofits. I work with educational institutions. Book me. So now what this really does, it's not about the pre-launch. Remember that. Remember, y'all, we're just in the pre-launch. The book hasn't even went live yet. So now you've now sold 357 copies of your books on the front end and cross collaborations. You've worked with influencers. You've went on podcasts. You've built out your sphere of influence. I shared with you the emails that you could use to get on television and all of these different places, right? The next step is that now you sold 71 people on a digital product. So now you've upsold them. So now they believe in it a little bit more, and that helped you generate an additional $14,000, right? So the first step was 7,200. The second step was 14 grand, roughly. It was like 13,987. We're just going to round it up to 14,000. Then you now worked with one company. So you went to a company that aligns with your book. You said, hey, I want to do a speech. I want to run a 6-week program. And then I want to give you 50 people books in your organization. Instead of $5,000, we want to do it at $3,000 because it's a beta program. And then we want to be able to have testimonials so that we can use this for continuous marketing or what? Product development, research, business analysis, all of these different things. So you're going to work with a company, a nonprofit, or a church, or an educational institution. You're going to partner. You're going to partner with these different people. And the reason why you're going to want to partner with these different people. So now when you officially launch the book after the 6-week period, what happens? What happens? Now it proves that you know how to work with nonprofits. Now it proves that your book can go into schools. Now it proves that your book can go into companies. Now it proves that you can speak at all 3 of these different places. Now it proves why if you go to the next company and try to get them to buy 500 copies or 1,000 copies or a school to invest in 10,000 copies across a whole school district, you already have 50 testimonials per company, per educational institution, or per nonprofit and church. So it validates, it gives you 50 reasons to say yes. Or really 150 reasons to say yes. So when you think about the tactics, it's kind of like, oh my God, Kyle, like you're blowing my mind. How do we do this though? How do I do this? LinkedIn Sales Navigator is what you need to be able to use. When we're locking in on partnerships, go to LinkedIn Sales Navigator and send video, create a targeted list, create a target list, identify all of the characteristics of your target audience. And then I want you to send a video message, Hey, I'm this person. I have this book. It does this. I want to get into your market for this reason. Can we have a chat? Long story short, I want you to find a leader and then send that message. Then I want you to send that letter through email that I already told you what to write. We already told you what to write. If you're just coming on, go back into the video and learn what that letter is and what it said. I literally read 2 letters that we give our authors, that we write for our authors to send out. The next step is then if that doesn't work, what you do is you put your book in the mail and send it off to the leader. And inside it, I want you to put this literally like property tax information, y'all. So I want you to put it in the letter and I want you to send it off. Like write a letter, put it in the book and send it off, or a sticky note. Hey, I thought this would really resonate with your organization. Hey, I thought this would resonate with your school. Hey, I thought this would really enhance your teams or whatever the case may be. Boom. The next step is set up a meeting. Then on that meeting, you're going to pitch the transformation and the result, and then you're going to position your offer. But let me tell you something. None of this can happen. None of this can happen if you don't have clarity. None of this can happen if you don't have content. None of this can happen if you don't have clear systems. None of this can happen if your book isn't even done. None of this can happen if you don't focus intentionally on the strategies that I've shared with you tonight. In this book, we share all of those strategies. February 1st, we're going to launch these strategies so that millions of people around the world can be able to get access to these strategies in an intentional way so that you could be able to have a guide as you're writing, publishing, launching, and marketing your book and building the business behind your story. This is easy. $30,000, we just mapped it out in an hour conversation. Collaborations, 357 books, that's $7,200. 71 digital products sold at $197. That's $13,987. So roughly $14,000. So we've already generated $21,000. And then you just need 3 people to say yes. You need 3 yeses. Can we put a yes in the comments? Put a yes in the comments if you're going to focus on getting that yes. Put a yes in the comments if you believe that you can get that yes. Put a yes in the comments if you're going to focus intentionally on the strategies that we have shared with you tonight, that I have shared, that I have laid out for you tonight for free, that I've laid out for you tonight. Are you going to focus on those strategies? Put a yes in the comments. Put a yes in the comments. You need one company to say yes. You need one nonprofit to say yes. You need one church to say yes. You need one educational institution to say yes. But you know what I need? I need you to say yes. I need you to say yes to your story. I need you to say yes to your significance. I need you to say yes to your success. That's what I need. That's what I need. So whatever platform you're on, I need you to like and subscribe to my channel. I need you to like this video, share this video with 5 people, and I need you to tell somebody to subscribe to the channel, because over the next 6 months, I'm going live every single day, Monday through Friday, to give you all the game on how to win as an author, how to win, how to build a multi 6-figure, if not $1 million company being an author. Being an author. This week, we talked about the 9 streams of income from one book. We talked about the 8 different places to sell your books. Tonight, we're talking about the $30,000 play to be able to get $30,000 within 4 to 6 weeks after you pre-launch your book. It's not even official yet. It's possible. It's possible. If you want access to this book, I need you to go to my Instagram right now. I need you to go to my Instagram right now. DM me the word book. If you want access to the book, I need you to DM me the word book on Instagram. DM me the word book on Instagram, and we're going to lock in. We're going to lock in. So I'm so excited. I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that you guys hopped on tonight and are intentional about your success. I know it's late or potentially early where you are in the world, but I'm so thankful and grateful. And if you guys have any questions, if you have any other content that you want me to talk about throughout these lives, let me know, because I'm not here for me. I'm here for you. I'm here to help. I'm here to serve, and I'm here to empower you. I love you guys so, so much, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.